Ule mayang diule ule dengan Tuhan nya putri.
You are listening to Eerie Asia with your narrator Shaw. The stories you are about to hear are for entertainment only. There is no evidence to support their truth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our new viewers, and for those who came back for more, thank you so much for your support. On this episode of Eerie Asia, I'm going to be sharing with you about the Asian version of Halloween, the Hungry Ghost Festival. It is more or less the same, just minus the candy, dressing up, partying, and all of the fun stuff that you do for Halloween. So, the 7th month of the lunar calendar is also known as the Hungry Ghost Month, where the Hungry Ghost Festival falls on the 15th of the month. This is when both heaven and hell's gates are opened so that ghosts and spirits can walk the earth once more. This is totally different from the tomb sweeping day in spring and the double ninth day in autumn. Those are when the deceased visit their families. During Hungry Ghost Month, all of the ghosts and spirits are free, both the good and the bad. So the joss sticks or incense and offerings that people burn or put out during the Hungry Ghost Month are not just for the ancestors and the deceased family members. It is an offering for all of the spirits around the area. That is why these offerings are often seen on the sidewalks around shops and houses. There are also more taboos during the Hungry Ghost Month. For example, you should not touch the food offerings and apologize if you kick them accidentally. You should not wear large amounts of black or red, as these two colors are believed to attract ghosts. Keep your selfies to a minimum unless you want to invite unexpected, mysterious photo bombers. Keep away from the water if you can, as they say water spirits might drown people in order to reincarnate. Don't pick up money found on the streets. If you do, never bring any home, as it is believed to be used as bribes for the guards of hell. If you offend them, they might make the afterlife hard for you. So, I have a couple of stories to share with you about Hungry Ghost Festival. The first one is from Singapore, and it happened to twin boys who thought it was a good idea to desecrate the offerings for the dead. During a Hungry Ghost Month a few years ago, these two boys, Eric and Alan, went around their apartment complex sticking needles into fruits offered to the dead. As they were inserting needles in one of the oranges from the offerings, an old lady came and yelled, "Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch that! You will anger the spirits and they will come after you." The two boys got up and quickly ran home. "That was close," said Eric, the younger twin. His elder brother just laughed in agreement as he grabbed his towel. "I'm going to shower first before Mom gets mad," Alan said. Soon after Alan was done, Eric hopped into the shower. 5 minutes after that, Alan started banging on the bathroom door. "Eric! Eric! What? Eric! Eric! What? Listen!" "So?" "We're on the freaking 5th floor, you idiot. There's no way anyone can knock on our window like that. Mom? Mom! What did you do? Did you boys disturb the offerings? I told you not to touch them. We're sorry. What do we do now? What did you do exactly? We we stuck needles in the fruits. Oh God. We'll have to replace the fruits tomorrow and apologize. Tomorrow? What about now? What's going to happen tonight? What if they get in? They can't, as long as you don't open the window. I'll tell your dad to sleep over at Grandma's tonight and bring home some fruits in the morning. You can sleep in my room tonight. The tapping went on until before dawn. The boys went to replace the offerings that they stuck needle with the next day, and there were no more tapping or knocking on their windows since then. What do you think? Did the boys have it coming? I'd say that's what you get for being disrespectful. On another note, I think I need to come up with a nickname for you guys, something that I can use to address you. What about Eerie's? I don't know if that sounds nice. If you have an idea, please drop them in the comment below. We'll pick the one that matches our theme the best. Perhaps also a catchy one? Alright, our second story will be presented by our brand new editor, who is also my husband, and we sorted it a voice acting kind of story. So I would really love to know what you think about it.
What I'm about to share with you happened to me 2 years ago. It was my first time visiting Malaysia. I went there to see my girlfriend, who I had met online. We had been together for a while, but this was only my first time meeting her in person. She picked me up at KL International Airport, and the plan was I would stay in the spare bedroom in her apartment. Despite being in a new place, everything seemed normal until we got into the neighborhood that she was staying in. We kept passing by people burning stuff at the roadside. Some of the flames would stretch 2 or 3 meters along the roadside, and some of them were much smaller, no bigger than a soccer ball. Noticing my curious eyes as we passed by each of those burning rituals, my girlfriend explained to me without me asking.
Right now is the Hungry Ghost Month. Those people are burning offerings for the wandering spirits to avoid bad things from happening to their business or home.
Oh, do you have to do that as well?
No, we don't do that. It's only part of the Chinese culture, but we respect them.
How so?
Just with the do's and don'ts, like we shouldn't step on the ashes or sweep them away. If we see other kinds of offerings put out on the sidewalk, we should just leave them alone.
All this new culture was very interesting to me. It started to feel like I was in a whole new world. Little did I know it was going to get a whole lot weirder and scarier. The first 3 days of my stay there, my girlfriend had to go to work. So while she was out at work, I went out to explore the city on my own. Being in a new place, I was so fascinated by the scenery that I was not looking where I was stepping. Aw, man. You guessed it. I stepped in a pile of ashes. This was in a park near my girlfriend's apartment. It got all over my shoes, my mood was ruined, and my girlfriend would be home in a couple of hours, so I decided to go back to her apartment and wash up. She got home and we went out for dinner. I forgot about my little accident earlier. It was all fine and dandy until we were on our way back home. We passed by the park, and the pile of ashes that I stepped in was in clear view. There was a girl squatting right next to it, and it looked like she was sweeping the pile of ashes with her hand. As our car passed by where she was squatting, she turned her head towards the car. I couldn't see her face, but I had this feeling that she was looking at the car until we were out of sight. It creeped me out so much that I thought I'd tell my girlfriend about it. So, you know how you told me not to step on the ashes from the offering?
Yeah?
I kinda accidentally did this afternoon. I totally forgot about it until just now.
Well, it was an accident. Don't worry about it.
I just saw a girl squatting near the pile that I stepped on just now. She was looking at us as we drove by.
You're not scared, are you?
I kinda am. I mean, it felt like she knew what I did.
It's just people's belief, you know. It's one of those things. What do you call it? Superstition?
I don't know. Despite what my girlfriend said, I still couldn't shake off this fear that I was feeling. It really felt like that girl knew I stepped on the ashes and she was not happy about it. We got home and we talked over some tea until sometime around midnight.
I have to go to bed. I still have one more day of work tomorrow, but I'm so excited about our vacation. There's so many places that I would like to show you.
Alright, you go to bed. I'll help you clean up and I'll head to bed too, I said. As I was washing the mugs we used, I heard what I thought was a whisper. I tried really hard to listen for it once again, but there was nothing. As I was about to continue washing, I looked around the kitchen, thinking my girlfriend is hiding somewhere, trying to scare me after what I told her earlier. Babe, I know it's you, I said as I was looking for her. Alright, babe, you can come out now, I said again. I made my way into the hallway and I saw her bedroom door slightly ajar. Her room was dark, but from between the space, I could see her peeking at me. There was something about the way she was staring at me that made me feel a little nervous. But I was not about to show that to her. I smiled and walked towards her bedroom. As I got closer, I could see her retreat into the darkness of her room. I opened her door slowly, nervous, but also worried that I would hit her in case she was hiding behind the door. My girlfriend was on her bed, sleeping. Still thinking she was just playing with me, I stepped into her room and sat next to her. Come on, you can stop pretending to sleep. You're caught. You can't scare me, I said. Looking like she has just woken up,
What are you doing?
stop playing. I know you were trying to scare me. It's not working.
I was asleep.
Yeah, right. I saw you were peeking at me just now.
What? What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like it was coming from the kitchen. I may have put the mugs I was washing the wrong way.
Let's go look.
When we entered the kitchen, we found the two mugs shattered on the floor. But they couldn't have fallen as the broken pieces were scattered across the room from the sink. It looked more like someone had thrown them at the wall. Before we could even process what was happening, the lights started flickering. The lights turned off, and I was petrified when
Baby,
I felt my girlfriend's hand touching my arm.
come.
She pulled me, and we stumbled in the dark for a few seconds.
Sit. Something is angry that you stepped on the ash.
I thought you said it was going to be okay.
How would I know? I never stepped on the offerings.
What do we do now? She didn't answer. but I heard her chanting something under her breath.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah, Allah, heal. لا تنسوا سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده.
The lights came back on, and my girlfriend was sitting next to me. She opened her eyes and looked at me.
We should leave. Pack your things. We're going to spend the night at my parents'.
I quickly packed my things, and I put on some sandals as my girlfriend had me throw out my shoes.
That's it for our second story. Tell us how you like it, and depending on the feedback we get, we might or might not make more of this kind of story in the future. Coming back to the Hungry Ghost Month, the Hungry Ghost Month has just ended recently. It was from August 1st until August 29th this year. Did any of you guys in Asia encountered any supernatural events during this time? If you have, we would love to hear your story. For now, we can only post a video once a week, which we do every Friday. If you would like to hear a bonus story and join Eerie Asia team on our Discord server, you can do so by being our patron for only $1 a month. Please follow the link on the description to find out more. And don't miss our future video. Subscribe if you haven't already and turn on that bell notification. Until next time!